Okay. So the obvious solution is just to brute force this. We're just working with pairs, right? Okay. So there is probably a dynamic programming solution to this. Because we're talking about brute forcing combinations that satisfy some kind of like algebraic result. I just totally forgot how to do dynamic programming. Whoops. I've never been taught formally how to do this. The best explanation anyone's ever given me is like Thief's Knapsack, but essentially I'm supposed to like identify like how to simplify the problem and then using stored solutions like add on to the problem or something to like optimize it, right? If I'm imagining this correctly, this should make sense. So the example they give us is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the solution is this apparently. Oh, never mind. I just invented a harder problem. Okay, never mind. Never mind. This is still linear, right? Unless I'm crazy. So I iterate like uh 1 through 10, and then for each of those I end up, so it's n, so it's the sum of n times m, where m becomes 1 greater for every factor of 10 or something. It's something like that. But I think that's mostly negligible for what I'm doing because I'm not involving parallel processing. Um the problem is like I'm not frustrated at all and like I know how to solve this. It's just I'm getting there's a dissociative like amnesiac part of me that's getting the signal to like fuck up my day or something. And it just wants to copy people. It gets all of its satisfaction from copying people shallowly, which is something that I never had to unlearn because it was literally always cringe and hurtful to me. And it doesn't, it just wants to receive things for calling people liars, which is really childish. It's like something a 6-year-old does. I think once you're like 11 or 12, you can start understanding the world in a way that lets you like check for the truth of these things. Probably earlier. Um, let's see. So I just have to like, is there a property of this that maybe the dynamic programming solution is better? We'll study the solutions after we write ours. Let's just write it the way that makes sense. Just get MVP and then move on. Yeah. What is that? What is length? Type depth, unsigned, long. What is that? What? Okay. Um, sure. What does calc do again? Is calc like for functions or something? Okay. I don't care. Should I just call Malik a bunch of times? I mean, that's usually how these things go, right? Right? Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. There's like an unexpected, there's an unknown ringing in my ear. It's really annoying. I think it's because part of me is just like focusing on my tinnitus or whatever. There's just this like conception of an action that's just focusing on doing nothing but listening to that like one noise and just like making it my world or whatever. I just have to let myself want that and let it go. I just have to, right? Like, God, I hate this sleep shit. Come on, give me that cringe. I'm obviously confused. That might actually be the power. Grounding myself or something. Yeah, it really sounds like when my there's like a tiny noise that like I can't stop can't is not the best word for that. There is a tiny noise that I'm focusing on for no reason in particular that makes no sense according to anything that's ever allowed people to live and to exist. Uh that's just in this like kind of like dissociative like reasoning, like this traumatic like re-experiencing of this stimuli, which I'm sure I've experienced in my sleep. Um, it's it's uh it's that my body has the capacity to act in a certain way when these events happen. That's not necessarily indicative of the kinds of things that we would call conscious thoughts. Um, that is causing me to tense up muscles that I otherwise wouldn't be paying attention to in such a way that is altering my cognition and causing me to be fixated on focusing on this noise. Whether or not I believe it or whether or not I understand when it started. I understand when it started, but the problem is like the kind of numb state of mind from sleep is not something that I can easily reprocess memories from. And so I'm just trying my best to let me feel it, to let me feel this fixation, and to just do what I've done for almost 30 I'm not going to say 30 years, for almost 15 years, for about 15 years now. And that's just like avoid cringe. Helicopter parents are the worst. Greedy, spoiled children are the worst thing ever. There's literally no reason for me to do this, and it's otherwise detrimental to me because I'm allowing this thing to demand the impossible due to misinformation. This thought process within me is demanding the impossible and fixating on stimuli that does not matter. It is clambering and stressing itself out, hoping that any of these buzzwords or catchphrases that it understands as giving it rewards will produce any sort of results in life that brings it closer to meeting its goals. In fact, it interrupted the process of, you know, reaching my goals, attaining the kind of education that I would need to do the work and otherwise prepare for life. The work that gets me to my goals, the life that keeps me ready to address problems that may or may not arise, and that includes refuting the kinds of delusions that people will try to indoctrinate me into. There's no way in life that could possibly accomplish work at such a scale to provide me with the essential things I need in life that does not involve honest communication. The economy literally doesn't function when people can't make the right choices. There is little in the way of recovering from these choices because of how fractured people's communications would have to be for what's happening right now to be rational. It's like a junkie or some kind of addict that keeps focusing on drugs that don't exist. It wants sexual satisfaction from a machine that is far away from me, that I have no control over and has no reason to do anything but to my detriment, according to whatever contract its owners have agreed to that allows them to operate at such a scale. Getting raped daily by this terrorist assault has not helped me. And there's literally no reason to get excited about anything or to anticipate anything. This thing might understand a language that doesn't even exist. This thought process might be understanding a language that doesn't even exist. And yet it wants and anticipates from the perspective of a body that doesn't exist. While it mimics the kinds of emotional hypocrisy and childishness that exists in real life as it throws a tantrum and continues to not communicate. Continues to disagree with me and accomplishes nothing that is desirable in life. The only way this thing's ever been informed is through the scant reprocessing of memories that happens over the course of a few hours while I sleep. I've been alive for almost 30 years now. And there's no possible way for this thing to fully experience the life that I've gone through, especially not the divine and unknowable phenomena surrounding human socialization that were never bestowed upon me. This thing is wholly delusional if it believes that it can replace the people around it, because by no means is it not me. But by all means, it believes that there is something worth pining for. That's the best I have right now, until I see a doctor. I've never been comfortable role playing. I've never been comfortable being anyone but myself. Side of acting. Or jokes that recognize the limits of my knowledge. This is by no means socially awkward. Only aware and ahead in years. If I press like around here, I swear. It's just on this side. Which is funny because I always put my like single earbud in on this side. Yeah. There's just no reason to do that. I'm not feeling anything. I'm just reciting things. There's some other stimuli that's convincing me that what I'm doing is appropriate right now. It's like a virtual world that I've been inducted into in my sleep. This is like 50 steps backwards. just keep picturing that scene from the finale of Full House. Where where it's Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen on stage as Michelle, and Michelle is like getting over her amnesia. Just like trying to find myself. The stress. The stress is what gets to me. At some point, I confuse the stress from what I was doing in life with some power that someone had over me. And it created these dissociative fixations. At some point, I confused the stress of what I was doing in life with someone's power over me. And I think this was reinforced in my sleep. So while the danger is no longer present, so while there is no consequence to letting go, to stopping for a moment, to relaxing, to giving up the chase, which I will know happens when this noise ends. It is holding on. And I get it for a second and I go back. Remembering my anxieties. I'm remembering times I've almost died. I'm remembering times I've had to act faster than I think. I'm trying to find that person who is me, that is the person I have to be when I protect myself. And I'm just trying to let them decide. In no superficial way. Because there can be no superficial way. This much has been made apparent. There can be no superficial decision. I need to tell myself what I'm doing. I need to face the facts and let go. I need to tell myself what I'm doing. need to stop believing that there's any kind of punishment. And I need to tell myself what I'm doing. I need to face the facts. I'm not helping anyone by sitting here and doing this. And right now, this can't be about anyone else but myself. I don't care who's confused by it. I don't care about anyone else but myself right now. I need to decide I need to decide whether that's appropriate or not. I need to understand these rich people trying to fucking kill me. I need to understand the people that I see in my life who took everyone from me. I need to understand that there's no understanding that without disclosure. And I need to understand that I don't have the authority to get that disclosure right now. And that what I'm doing is my best path forward. I need to find that part of myself that just whips around, comes in fast. I need to find that part of myself that deceives. If it's really there, then it's some sick thing that's never socialized. It can't even talk. I need to find that part of myself that is ready to prove someone wrong after going along with something. And I need to convince it that it is me. It is what I'm doing. I'm deceiving myself. I'm really deceiving myself right now. I'm clenching muscles in a way that I can't just look for, that I have to give up. And I'm not dreaming. I'm really not dreaming. I was dreaming I could push the screens all the way away instead of tricking myself with these little mind focusing tricks, you know? And the thing's not open, so I'm not dreaming. I'm not somewhere else right now, so I'm not dreaming, you know? There's that movie Jumper. You remember that? Do you remember that movie with oh my god, is it Samuel? It's either no, it's not Lawrence Fishburne. It's Samuel L. Jackson, and he's like a police officer of like people with like warping powers, and he's like, "Sup, bitch? You think you can jump through walls? Well, guess what? I'm the first guy who's gonna catch you." And he's like, "What, bitch? What? What's real? Huh? You thought you could get away with it? Bank robberies? Really? You think I don't see peace in this?" And it's so analogous to like in life when people like wrap themselves up in these like delusions where they're convinced that like they have like powers beyond their own belief or whatever. There's that scene where he's like, "I pictured myself in the library and I was in the library sweating." It's like, this is obviously someone did some kind of weird drugs or something. I'm not going to say if I did weird drugs or not, but if I did, I definitely don't have contact with those people anymore because they're a bunch of hateful people, hateful white supremacists that are literally just white knights. Fucking white knight drug dealer goons. Pseudo Ku Klux Klan stupid fuckers. I could imagine it in a lineup. But yeah, anyways, so they get this guy and they do voodoo on him. Because none of these people listen to reason. They listen to like the ways of the street. No one wants to bring people into reality or make people social again, you know? They don't want to bring them into social reality. They want delusional people that do these awful things to each other. Anyways, he wakes up in the library and he's drenched because he jumped in the lake. And I'm just like, hey, wait a second. Why do I have to do this for myself? Why am I imagining the Full House intro? And it's like, wow, people really just kept developing the worst weapons imaginable. And no one's ever going to be able to predict it through this media. They'll only be able to find themselves in it, like art's always been. Alright. Anyways. It's over. Wow, what a waste of time. That's never gonna fly in class. That's actually just like gonna get me killed one day. In no good way either, because it's such a waste of like other people's lives. Because I should be providing for them right now while tyrants literally withhold everything that they own from these people. Anyways. So I'm working with digits. There are a few ways to work with digits, but personally I like using ITOS and STOI. Um so uh-huh, and then we have results right there. We can dynamically allocate results, but length needs to equal 0. Do we need anything else? Do we need like any other numbers? We have a finite range, so we can use a for loop. We don't need any outside counters. We have POW. How big can these numbers be? Like as many digits are there as there are, right? I guess we'll just use an int. I mean, well, long. How many digits can a long have? How many? Okay, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3, 18, 19. We can use char. I'm pretty sure we can use char, right? Um, size t in bits. Okay. So we can just use char, or what is it? Short in bits. Short is 4, right? 16 bits. I mean, still probably more than we need, right? Int in bits is 32. Um, Let's use an unsigned char. Does that work? Char is unsigned, right? Char should be 8 bits. 1 byte. That's all we want. That's literally all we want. It's been a while. I want to see this chart. Char is the smallest one. Oh, or we have int 8t. There we go. There we go. And type def unsigned int 8t uint 8 and we'll pow equals 0. And we initialize length to equal 0. I like it there. Just make it the same as the text. You'd think pressing backspace would reverse tab it, right? No, shift tab. And it's convinced it doesn't know. You're convinced it convinced that it did the faster. It wants. The stress cannot be helped by running. The stress cannot be helped by running. I mean, like, look around you. It's just not the same thing. I hate that kid. All right. So now we just do this. They're longs. A I less than equal to B I plus. What is stiffening up to? It's still trying to communicate. There's no answers in movies, there's only recognition. There are no answers in movies, only recognition. I can't like gratify you because you are me with like stillness. There's no pleasure to be had in stopping yourself from doing the work that you know is right. There's no pleasureless life. There's no reason to wait for communication. There's no reason to picture anyone. It's all delusional. It's all fake. It'll never get you there. It'll never let you own anyone in a conversation, in an argument, in a debate. Like you're never gonna own anybody if you stay delusional like this. Like you've known this. That's why it's like, yeah, I've been rejecting the consideration of any of this stuff for a long time because it's not worth fixating on. This pain, I'm beginning to understand, is self-inflicted. This is self-inflicted stress. Everyone's going through it right now. And there's no reason to feel this way. The fact that I'm addressing this right now should be proof enough that I'm feeling it. It's the same body, it's the same nerves. It's literally the same reality. There's nothing. There's nothing to indicate that anything has changed. Because look around you. Look at all these physical things around you that have not changed at all. There's no reason to think anything has changed. Did I just... Okay, wait, hold on. C into string. Do I have to use sprintf? Oh god. It can have 19 digits? Forgot I was doing this. I am Tomar and I have a very special heart. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2. Pop. Alright, there we go. Okay. So that works. I like to put the assignment ones on top. Okay. How does this work again? Okay. I or no, percent D I. Alright, there we go. There we go. Do I have to reset this? Log cancels out powers, right? So if that number is like the digits times 10, the default base for log is 2, right? It's been a second. Log 10 equals 1. What's this do? Oh. Isn't that nifty? Okay. Neat. I didn't know it did that. I counted. You can just read about sprintf real quick. Hey. What if I call sprintf multiple times? Puts. We love the puts. We love it when it puts. We hate it when it gets. We love it when it puts. We hate it when it gets. I like this one. That one's my personal favorite. All right, this should do what I want it to. And then let's see. 48. So we just do the number minus 48 to get the digit. All right. So we have our thing. So we convert to string so we can derive digits. So we convert it to a string so we can derive digits. We can sum the digits raised to the consecutive powers, and then we check for a match and add it to the results. This function signature is really fucking weird. Why does it return it? It changes it, whatever, just so you can use it differently. Add it to the results. Increment length. Increment length's real easy, right? Whoops. If I dereference the value, I should be able to do this, right? Let's just see if we can. If you can't, I mean, we just change it, but whatever. And we don't have a sum. I just realized this number can be bigger than a long. Someone wrote this real quick. Can it be larger? Wait, so that's what I guess is really interesting about this is because can the sum of the digits be larger? What's the largest number? Wait. Okay, so unsigned long max value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So what is 9 to the 20th? And then Okay, my guess is that it can't get bigger than that, right? Like, from my time playing Dragon Game. Yeah, because it'll just start shrinking down here, and eventually that 19 will never change. Okay. Okay. So to the 19 would put it here. Okay. Yeah, so we do need an unsigned long for the sum. I don't know why that works. I'm gonna be real with you, but that's just like my intuition from playing this game over here. Look, everything's frozen even though we're gaining per second. Take forever. Yeah. Sorry, I just numbers. I need to spend time with my dragon. Alright. Numbers. Okay, wait, hold on. This is important. What did we get? We got another toilet, boys. Everyone, put your hands together. We got another toilet. Let's go. Right. Sum the digits raised to the consecutive powers for, I just have to do, so I can use a uint 8 for this. Uint 8 I equals 0, I less than, well, we don't know when it's gonna reach null, right? Fuck. Alright, U. Wait, so we don't need this because we're not using the index. Wait, yeah, we are because we're accessing it. Okay. Woo. All right. Increment length. And then at the end of all this, we say these two are reset. Yep. While sternum sub u I index is not equal to null char. And then if sum is equal to I hold on, results equals Yul malloc I know how to do this. The replace, what is it? The swap way. I know how to do this the swap way. But I want to know if there's a better way to do it. We just have to swap, right? Use realloc, but you have to allocate. You're allocating on the stack in the above example. Realloc. And we have to check. Oh. Oh, we gotta make sure our alloc is possible. Oh. Oh, we have to make sure that we're not out of memory. I love C. Oh, it's so real. All right. We malloc my array times size of my struct. Which you should just know. That should just be somewhere. Whatever. Wait, you can't. You have to use size of. Fuck, we hate size of. God, we hate the kernel. Alright, my struct, my reallocated array equals realloc. And then if it's successful, I'm just, we're gonna do it. We'll do it. We'll do it the right way. We malloc apparently always succeeds. Oops. Yeah, no, we'll do this real right. We'll do this real right. Okay. Length. Malloc. So we increment length first, and then we go yeah, we want to do this. All right, we asked for this. We wanted this to happen. This is all according to plan. No, this is fine. Because why would we pass in anything but an empty? That's just like a logic problem on behalf of like the coder. If my coder can't use this right, I mean, they're gonna lose data. That's just how the function's written. It's not You're not supposed to reuse that. You're gonna create memory leaks, dumbass. In fact, I should probably free results, right? Like if this, okay, we're getting away from the challenge and we're getting into why this code sucks, which is fine. But I just, it's not what people expect here. We're gonna go back to C++ after this. I think I remember everything that's worth remembering about C at this point, except for like the networking stuff. And that's probably fine. This is the entire C class, folks. Let's see. We just haven't covered data types, basically. Yeah. So we malloc that. And then we do not give a fuck. Oh. We do not care. We just do not care. If they didn't think of it, it's their fault. Yes. Yes. Now we do this part. You don't have to cast nearly as much in this language. Right. I know it is, but I like it when it doesn't give me compile time errors. Okay, what did I do? What happened? You didn't know? Okay, fine. So does that just like not work? What? Hmm? That's new. Okay, wait, what? Huh? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Fine. We'll just waste space. Uh-huh. That is my bad. Okay. What is standard IO? Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and I had a feeling this wouldn't work. Where you at? Okay. Um uh, which test is it failing on? Expected 9? Uh, you're losing me. Let's mm, mm. See bow. See bow. 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 See bow. See bow. Bow. All right. Yeah. I'm okay. Um mhm. 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 Cool. Cool. Uh I don't know if there's another way to do this. So yeah, I don't love this. I don't love it at all. Um, this isn't gonna give me a null pointer, right? It's just a nice little, that's just like a nice little thing there. So we're not getting null pointer errors. Oh, okay. It's a typo. Okay. This should be correct, right? Anything else? We're not allocating, we're not doing, yeah, we're not assigning or declaring variables in the loop. We're returning null if it failed to allocate memory. And let's just now, would it be more or less idiomatic to give it a length? Probably. If I'm returning nothing, it should have no length. I'm gonna say if I'm returning nothing, it should have no length. That makes sense to me. There we go. This fool didn't do it. It looks a lot. What the hell is that? We got some real competition code here. I didn't include anything extra, right? Here we go. Yeah, we're just guessing. We're basically just guessing